the plane is one idea is one evidence is that the plane is going down, and I think he is scared because the pilot is going to die because he's having a heart attack. And I even wrote a little piece out of the book so that I felt I knew where it was. It was that he was feeling something strange inside of him. He stopped. He could not think past what he just saw. What he felt all was stopped. The core of him was stopped and stricken. With white, a flash of horror and terror so intense that his breathing, his thinking, and nearly his heart stopped. And that is why he was scared, because the pilot was going to die.
I can add on to what you were thinking. This is just a little bit after, but on page 14, he didn't know that the pilot was dead. The pilot stopped moving, and then he kept saying, "Please, you just sleeping," or he was just praying that the pilot was sleeping, because he didn't want to be alone and fly the plane by himself.
Because he really didn't know. He didn't know how to fly the plane. He only knew how to turn it.
Yeah, but that is different.
He didn't know how to turn the engine off to land or anything.
And then a little bit after that, I felt glad for him, because he had figured out how to use the radio, and then you finally got a hold of someone on the radio, and started talking to them. But after you got so far away, the radio stopped working, because I think there's no more radio towers around.
I have a different thought that sort of adds on to James. I thought that he was, I thought that that he was, I know that he's easily scared.
Actually, I have a question. How do you know that he's easily scared?
It was page 11, as the same text that you had, that he stopped thinking.
Yeah, but that's what, if I was on a plane, me and one other dude that I didn't know, and the person started having a heart attack, I wouldn't be easily scared. I would be terrified. And because one, he might die. Two, I wouldn't know how to save him. And then three, I didn't know how to fly a plane, so it would end up either crashing or trying to land it when it ran out of fuel.
I like what you're saying, but in that situation, I feel bad for Brian, because he actually had to purposely crash the plane by himself, but into the water. And then when he crashed, the initial crash, it caused him so much pain, because he had to figure a way out of the thing. And then another reason I feel bad for him is because when he was mid-underwater, he had a flashback about the secret that kept driving him crazy, and that it was where, I forgot what the flashback was about, but I know when he got out of the flashback, I knew that he was scared, because when he came out of the flashback, he didn't know where he was, and then he started screaming because he didn't know where he was. And then he finally made his way to shore, and then got up, and then rescued.
I thought that it was weird that they introduced the secret so early, because it was they repeated that so many times in the first chapter, and now they already have it in the third chapter. They already told it out.
I can add on to what you're thinking, because they haven't told the entire secret. People can make estimates of what the secret's about, but he's trying to. He knows what the secret is, but the author is trying to give slowly notes about what the secret is, just by little, and then I think he'll keep having the flashbacks throughout the entire story.
I agree with you, and I also think that the author is like giving little, like small little chunks of it, like until like, and then like maybe towards the end of the book, maybe that's when he'll just let the end of it out and the whole, well, no, the full thing, instead of only learning little parts of it.
Why would the author choose to do that?
Because like it makes like you want to read more, you want to keep reading. It like
what the secret is.
yeah, it like inspires you to, oh, there's a secret, and if I don't read the rest of the book, I just give up.
You won't even.
I'm gonna want to, like, in a little bit after like the next book I read, I want to just keep reading it.
Is the secret affecting how the main character, Brian,
Yeah.
is it affecting how Brian is making decisions or acting now that the plane has crashed?
Yeah. Because wait. Because I think it's almost causing him pain, because every once in a while he'd doze off and then go into a flashback, and then he would know where he was, and then he'd panic and then cause himself more pain because he's so cramped from the plane crash that whenever he just barely moves his head or touches his forehead, it causes him so much pain he wants to cry.